So, I was working on this project called Mastery, and I realized that the writing process could be pretty draining. I've read other books before that said writers often hit a wall around the middle of their projects, feeling overwhelmed by the complexity and lack of organization. And to be honest, it sounded like it could happen to me too. But instead of giving up, I decided to try something different. I figured that if I treated this project like a marathon, a long distance run, then maybe I could build up my endurance for it. So I started increasing the intensity and duration of my exercise routine every day. At first, it was just small increments, but eventually I felt like I hit a plateau where I wasn't getting any more tired, even with the increased workout. That made sense to me in the context of sports like long-distance cycling, where training helps build up endurance levels over time. It's actually better to stay at that level for a while rather than constantly pushing yourself harder and risking burnout. So, my idea was to see if this would translate to more consistent energy levels when I was working on mastery. Well, the answer was yes. When it got closer to the deadline and I had to put in even longer hours, I noticed that I was actually feeling calmer and better equipped to handle the stress. And what's interesting is that my mood seemed to be directly tied to my energy levels. When I felt energized, my mood improved, and vice versa. It got me thinking about how our minds and bodies are connected in this really powerful way. When we're feeling good physically, it can have a huge impact on our mental state, and vice versa. So, if you want to create something worthwhile, whether it's writing a book or working on some other project, I think you need to remember that it's like training for a marathon. You need to build up your endurance over time. That's the key takeaway here. Be patient with yourself and don't be afraid to put in the work. With consistent effort and self-care, you can develop the energy and resilience you need to see your projects through to completion.